Hey there. Well, today, as you saw in an earlier post, I went and got my Blackberries propagation picked up and getting ready to put them in different pots where I can winter them and then look for planting in the spring. Now the pots I'm going to use, for those of you that have been following me on the channel, are root trapper pots. If you're new to watching the channel, check my name out, James Dingus, and look it up. And look up the one about root trapper pots, or root maker, whatever you want to call them. Now, the one that I had posted earlier, it's already in a root trapper, and as you all know, it had good root fiber to it, and that prompted me to go ahead and take these. Now, the one thing that I did notice about these compared to the one that's in the root trapper, the one that's in the root trapper, by the way, is doing very well. Nothing going on with it at all. Although these ones right here, the one thing I did notice, the very top leaf wilted. It's been a few hours. The one out front that's in the root trapper is still doing extremely well. So, but the one thing I did notice about the one out front is where I made my cut. These ones right here, I made the cut extremely close to that very top leaf stem. So, I don't know, it doesn't hurt it because the rest of it's living well. But what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take that stress off here. I'll just cut it right here. Let's get rid of that stress. And for an added measure, which whether it'll help or not, I don't know. But you know, doing something is better than doing nothing. I'm going to take a little tiny bit of parafilm and put it at the top of that stem and hopefully seal it up so don't lose moisture through the top of that stem. It's been hot, it's been dry, and let me set this one to the side. And I'll bring this one up here. Now on this one right here, I saved 5 leaves, and as you see, that top one has wilted, and I'm going to treat it the same way as I treated that one. Incidentally, the one that's in the root trapper that I did take, it's on the video, I believe it's got 4. So I'm going to go just below there, snip that off, get rid of that stress, and then I'm going to go ahead and put a little piece of parafilm at the top of that so it don't dry out, which I don't know if that's going to make a difference or not. I sort of doubt it, but you know, as I said, doing something is better than doing nothing at all. So let's go ahead and cover that up. Make sure she's going to be okay. One thing about the parafilm, it sticks to itself and it'll decay away over a period of time. Now then, I got the tray here, I got my pots here ready. I'm going to turn this upside down and we're going to take another look how this one here is doing. Oh yeah, oh my word. And the reason why I'm doing it over the pan is I utilize the dirt to put into the smaller pot. Boy, would you look at the root system on that. That has an awful lot of root in there. Whoop. Now let's go ahead and just break it up a little bit. Look at all that root. Put rooting hormone on that, and man, did that really take off. Let's hope that we're able to get it into this root trapper pot. Now I like the root trapper pots. I can put them down into the ground and they'll contain that root inside that pot, and then I can turn around and pop it out of the ground next spring. It'll have a really, really good root system under it, which this is going to have a good root system already. That is very surprising. Now, I'm going to take this bucket here, set it down. Let's move my material out of the way. And let's get some water on that, water that in. Glad I did that, it gave me a heads up. Come on, shower, shower, shower. Man, did that have a lot of root system on it. That really, really surprised me that that root was in there like that. That had more root in it than the first one that I did earlier today. So now, rinse this pot out real quick while it's damp. That water just turned hot from where it was in the sun. But I've come to find that if you hose them pots out, whenever you're done planting, just hose it out at that time, don't hold off. They're a lot easier to keep clean that way. Otherwise, you got to soak them. And we're getting ready to take this other one out, and we're going to have a real quick look at it as well. Okay, now, this one right here, it had two. Well, there's three of them. Now it's down to two, and we're going to take a look and see what it has done. Look at the root. A lot of root. I'm going to take her down here, try to break it apart a little bit, and get it set up in a root trapper. My word. I'm trying to keep as much of the original dirt onto it as possible. That way I have an easier time with it taking. And we're going to get this into a root trapper pot, but a little bit differently. Let's try something here. That's not going so well. Let's go ahead and work with the root a little bit. There we go. As you can see, where I stuck it down in a pot and curled it and pushed it all the way down to the bottom of the pot, it curled at the bottom of the pot. So now what we're going to do is we're going to try to set this up where it's going to be willing to do its thing. I am so surprised at how much root system is on that. And because of the way the root is, the stem is on the side of the pot, so I'm going to have to pay attention to that when it comes time to plant that out. But set that to the side. Take this one back out. Set her down right there. And now let's go ahead and get this one here watered in. You know, this right here was only a 3-week process. That took 3 weeks for them to come up with root systems like that. And I'm telling you what, I am very, very shocked. I'm very, very surprised, and I'm very, very pleased. We'll set this over to the side and bring them out here to show them to you once again. Thornless blackberries. They put out a really good berry. as you all may already know. May have to put something in here, peg or something to hold that up straight. It wants to go inside. A lot of that's got to do with the way the stem was curled up. But blackberries, man, that's exciting. Anyways, my name's Jim. If you like what you see, subscribe. And don't forget to click on that bell for notifications. You all have a God blessed day.